Exhale, Redbeard.
Otter bum.
Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to a late episode. Sorry about that. Of Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Master Star and Greg. And tonight we're going to take a look at the latest iteration of Collective Arts' famous IPA series with IPA. Get the focus here. It's IPA number 17, a sour IPA with Amarillo, Columbus, Equinox Cryo, Eldorado hops. Yay. All right, so let's get down to who we have with us, featuring Redbeard, we haven't seen in a few weeks. How you doing tonight there, Red? You're muted, I think. You're on mute, dude.
He knows he is.
No, I'm not. You're on mute.
Your face is on mute.
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming. All right, let's go over to Scott, Count Scottula.
So,
Just got back from a big bike ride.
Big bike!
Big bike. Right. All right. How you doing tonight?
Tired, but good.
Tired.
I'm excited about this weird collaboration of sour and IPA. I do like the Amarillo.
Amarillo by morning.
Amarillo and the Eldorado hops. So I'm interested in to see how this thing melds.
All right. Awesome. And Monsieur Guy. Bonjour.
This is a fucking sour beer, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What it says in the can.
Yeah. Get the Gaviscon on standby.
Oh,
Sealed.
Is it?
Sealed.
Is
Won't
it?
won't be later.
Swig.
I'll finish it.
Shots.
That's a new one. This one's like this. I'm gonna chug this, then I'll do more right after. After the beer, though, I'm gonna fucking chug this shit.
You're gonna chug some Gaviscon after this.
Oh yes, I am.
Alrighty, and of course, last and certainly not, well, Greg.
Fuck.
We got Greg here. Greg. Hi, Greg.
Hi, Nick. Hey, guess what? I was on a bike ride yesterday too, and I got a tick on my leg, and now I have to wait. Now I have to watch my leg for 30 days to make sure I don't get Lyme disease. Thanks, Nick.
Oh shit. Well, that's on you because you went into the woods with your bike.
Yeah, I went to the tall grass. It latched onto my leg, little fucker, and I went into the pool for like half hour underwater. The thing still survived. These things are invincible.
So did you get removed by the doctor?
I'm not sure how they breathe, but yeah, they basically live by burying their head inside of you and feeding. So
yeah. So, but I got it off the right way, they said, and then I flushed it down the toilet.
You got it off the right way.
I always do. So now I just got to keep an eye on my leg, make sure I don't get any weird rashes for the next 30 days. Otherwise, I need antibiotics. Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, I thought they would have just. I suppose they would want to be careful what did they give those antibiotics. I would have thought they would have just given you that anyway.
Apparently you can go get them, but it's generally not a good idea to take antibiotics if you don't need them. It builds an immunity. So
True.
whatever. I just make sure I don't have a rash on my leg, then I'm all good.
Yeah. Like I was seeing something like about like hospitals apparently that have such because there's so much antibiotics and hand sanitizer in hospitals that there's some really strong strains of certain viruses that wouldn't cause a problem anywhere else. So you got to be really careful. Yeah. Anyway,
it's like if you combine fuzz with a tick, you'd get a super tick that would be immune to everything.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move along to. Oh, that's right. That was it.
That's you.
Oh, yeah. It's me. Hi, I'm doing okay tonight. I just came back from a big bike ride too.
Big bike.
So, without further ado, let's go over to the history for tonight's beer, which is, since this is actually the number 10th beer that we've looked at from Collective Arts. Yeah, we've been around a while. It'll be Beer Analysis 101 will be 4 years old in August. So, so we've been doing a lot of beers, and this is the 10th time that we've looked at. It might be the most other than maybe GLB.
Yeah.
So we really don't have to go into a super amount of detail over about the brewery, but we might as well say that it was founded in 2013 by Matt Johnson and Bob Russell. They, along with brewmaster Ryan Morrow, began brewing on contract space in Nickelbrook and Burlington. Collective Arts in Nickelbrook first opened a joint brewery in Hamilton a year later, and at the site of the former Lakeport Brewery. Collective Arts has since bought out the shares in the entire brewery and now operates it as their main production brewery. And it's a huge place too, with a really, really tiny tap room. Anyway, so they introduced the Collective Projects series of of beers in spring 2016, and one of the famous parts of this project beer series was the Project IPAs, starting with Project IPA number 1 in February of 2017. So it's been continuing a long time. We've had really famous, really well received ones like IPA number 5, IPA number 8, no IPA number. I think was it. There's one between
Liquid Art
15.
Fest.
Liquid Art Fest was a Project IPA, but it wasn't technically part of the number series. It was a Project IPA. All right, so without further ado, let's talk about tonight's beer, which is IPA number 17, which is the latest in the Collective Arts series of experimental IPAs. This one was released in May of 2021. This time, a 6.3% ABV sour IPA brewed with 16 grams per liter of hops, including Amarillo, Equinox Cryo, Columbus, and Eldorado hops. Cryo hops being they freeze dry the hops, and then they can filter out the junk from the hop, like the leafy junk from the hop, and get just the resin sacs that you want. That little goodie, and you can. I think the cryo process, they turn the resin into a powder, and they use that as the hopping agent. Anyway, so the can art features artwork from Toronto artist Andrew Picciuto. His artwork is titled Viper Finger. Ooh. Once again, Collective Arts supporting artists worldwide, especially local. Nice. All right. Let's get over to we do have some comments here, I guess. I'll just read them myself. So Craig is saying it's coming home. What's coming home? I think I missed something. I got another comment here from Craig Dunsmuir. Cheers to the panel. Just had Collective TO Locations Rhythm Bone Czech Lager, and in my opinion, it was a well done, crispy boy. Ooh, that actually sounds really good. And of course, Basement Beer Review says, "Hi, Joe." Yes, Joe, if you're watching, hi. Joe, our good friend, had a successful surgery earlier in June, and we're hoping he's tuned in tonight watching this crap.
He now has a robot penis beating his heart for him.
He's now the bionic man. All right, so let's go over to who we have. Let's just give our personal histories with, I don't know, talk about the personal history with Collective Arts or the IPA series in general.
I've had every IPA in the series except for number 2. And to be honest, I've actually already had 2 cans of this previous to tonight. I did one review that hasn't come up my channel yet, and another one that I just drank. Yeah, big fan of Collective Arts. Some of their stuff can be kind of oddly priced for what it is sometimes, and they're random, sometimes ingredients, sometimes no ingredients thing is also really kind of weird, but overall they make some damn tasty beers.
Some really crispy boy beer. All right,
this is more of a sour candy juicy boy, but yeah.
Right on. All right, let's go over to Count Scotula. And I know you've had at least one of the Project Series beers. Didn't you have the 16?
And the 15 and 15? The 14.
Okay.
But those are the only ones. 14, 15, okay. 16, and this is 17. Collective Arts is quickly becoming one of my favorite go-to beers. Not from around here. It's this and Trailway. I've had some good experiences with it, and I'm excited to give my review on this one.
Nice. All right. Let's go over to Monsieur Guy. Guy, what's your history with the IPA series?
I know Collective Arts. I like their stout. This beer is.
Oh, it's like which one is their stout? Stranger Than Fiction Porter. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Porter. Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Stranger Than Fiction. That's the only good thing I have to say right now.
All right then. Hey, Greg.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg.
I have checked in 46 Collective Arts beers. I always used to think Collective Arts was pretty solid brewery. Nowadays, I find they're super hit and miss. I find, I think I've had most of the IPA series. I've missed a few here and there. And Arnold is tearing up the rug right now. We're going to have to deal with that in a second. But first, the thing you all want to know is what do I think of the Collective Arts series? And I find it hit and miss. I find one is usually good, another is better, or another is worse. I don't know. The thing that they all have in common is that they all cost close to $5 a can, and most of them are not worth $5 a can. I probably wouldn't buy them if Nick didn't request that I do. But it's worth it for the entertainment value of trying it. But honestly, like, I can already tell you this was $4.75 for this can. Nick, you probably paid even more for it.
Yeah, I paid $5.99 for the can.
Yeah, I can already tell you before we even go into the review, not 100%. Even if this was like a fantastic world-class beer, I'd have a hard time saying this is worth $5, let alone the $6-something Nick paid for it. Their value is just not there, at least with his IPA series.
I couldn't remember the cost on this one, but yeah, this is definitely one that's like, and then they'll make like IPA fucking 18 will be a double IPA that'll be like 25 cents more. Like they're all fucked up with their pricing. It's weird.
Didn't they do like a 2% nano IPA that was still $5?
Oh, it was like the 9 or something was a nano IPA. It was like 2 or 3% ABV.
I think it might have been like 50 cents cheaper or something, but yeah, still like not as cheap as it should have been. They're weird.
Yeah.
Or they do their barrel age freaking the barrel age port or whatever they do. That comes in that fancy circular box thing. That's like $15 for the small bottle.
Oh yeah, because it comes with the print that no one wants.
Yeah. Ooh, fancy. Like, what am I gonna do with this shit that's worth nothing?
Oh, that. I would still love to try that big box. It was like a barrel.
It's really good,
wasn't it?
It's really good, but it's not worth $15. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I'd still buy it just to have one. It's the experience I'd be going for in that department.
Oh.
I do buy
I don't
one.
get that. I don't get that stuff regularly. It was something that was like regularly carried in the Lanby liquor store or something. Would be like, meh. It's like Innocent Gun special releases. They're good, but they're getting kind of pushy on the price. Like
Collective Arts releases.
They make a great, yeah.
Collective Arts releases one this year, Nick. I will get one. I will send it to you so you can try it.
Innocent Guns pushing price high, really high.
Yeah, like the Innocent Guns Vanishing Point, for example, is $20 here, but I've had it. It's super fucking tasty, but it's still $20.
All their stuff is expensive. Yeah. They don't have an entry level. They don't have an entry level product that you can get into, like a solid entry level product that you can get into, and then say, you know what, that's really good. I'm gonna upgrade and try this $20 beer.
They have the original, the Innocent Gun original.
They price everything way too high and way out of reach of regular. They're trying to price themselves in the snob market.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how many of you remember this or if this was a thing outside of Ontario, but Innocent Gun, like back in the day, like I'm talking like 2012, used to be a lot more expensive for the OG. I believe it was back when they actually barrel aged it. Innocent Gun was like for a 6-pack of bottles, I think was something like $18. And then I think they went to a cheaper method and it became way cheaper. And now the original is still not badly.
They changed their production method, so it's not actually aged in a barrel. It's aged like the wood oak chips in a carbonator or something like that.
Yeah,
the operator they called it.
It used to be a premium fucking back in the day. Like I remember a friend of mine ordered it, and this is when I was just starting out in beer, and they told me, I was like, oh yeah, this little 350 milliliter bottle was $10. It was a restaurant, of course, but like still, it's nuts.
Well,
that's crazy.
I remember the first time I ever had an Innocent Gun, I almost creamed my pants. It was just like it was that good.
It used to be better for sure.
Oh yeah, but I mean, again, the bar is raised higher. We're more used to barrel aged and like barrel aged beer. So, all right, we're off topic, way off topic.
We always do that.
Ain't what she used to be.
All right, so we were talking about Greg's history, I think, weren't we?
I think we got past. I think I'm pretty much done, Nick. You
Who's
I don't know.
left?
Whatever I had to say isn't that important. On to you.
Okay, yeah, let's
You're
go.
left.
Let's go over to me. Me, I'm left. No, I'm on the right. Actually, yes,
No,
I
my
am on the
screen.
left. All right, so I'm thinking about like what beers. Obviously, I've had a shit ton of Collective Art beers over the years. I think the first one I ever had from Collective Arts was way back in 2014. It was the Saint of Circumstance, which they brought some bottles of it in for the Atlantic Beer Fest in 2014, and they sold the leftovers at the NB liquor store. And I picked up a case of the Saint of Circumstance, and I remember liking it. That's going way back in ancient history there. But I mean, for the IPA series, I've had 1, I've had 3, I've had 5, I've had 6, I've had 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, and of course this one right now. I still really liked the hazy ones that they produced. But I will say that number 16 was actually pretty good too, the Women's Day one. Other than that, I really don't have much more to say than they release them every time I see one that I can get here, which they have been showing up here in New Brunswick ever since I think IPA number. I don't know if I had 13. I know we had 14 through onward, and I remember that like way back when they first came out with them. We actually had IPAs number 1 through 4 when they came out, and then they stopped carrying them out here when 5 came out, and 5 was like the one that everybody wanted to have up their bum. Basically, that was the good one. Anyway, yeah, up their bum. This is the choice words for a professional a beer chat
YouTuber channel.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, let's. Who wants to read comments?
I'll do it.
If any, yeah, go ahead, Carrie. You go ahead.
Yeah, read beer.
I read them.
Sure.
I can't.
All right,
read.
last one was he is a well done crispy boy. Craig saying didn't think we'd get it's coming home, referencing England made the final of the football. I'm going to say it properly for you, Craig. European Championships, first major final since 1966. That's actually kind of impressive.
Right. That's not bad. That's like me and Scott getting excited for how the Habs are doing right now. But,
no, it's not, because the Leafs still haven't won a cup since what, 65?
67.
67.
Wow.
Been a little while.
So if the Leafs came to this, if the Leafs went to the and then
Habs lose tonight yet?
no, still
Not
yours
yet, no. Western Canadian reviewer saying Bass Sours.
You shut your mouth.
Not sure what you mean by Bass Sours because you love sours. Kent likes not sour, like sour 7. Oh, sours and IPAs, but not sour IPAs can fuck off. I'm in the opposite boat. I like sours and IPAs, and sour IPAs can fuck me. I like them. Already asked the question. What's next week's beer?
There we go.
We'll circle back to that.
Off the 10th. What is this? This is beer analysis 101.
Beer analysis.
And IPA number 5 for the win. I'm going to say Liquid Art Fest IPA for the win, which they remade IPA number 5. Which was a 15, was it? Or 16?
Yeah, and it wasn't super exciting anymore.
They were good beers.
Like it's that now there's so many beers that are better than IPA number 5 was. IPA number 5 was so good because it was like one of the first super accessible, really, really juicy, amazing double IPAs. And now those are everywhere. So
it was also the time when Ontario was just starting to make those beers, and they sucked. You could get some really good ones in the U.S. already, as our good friend Penis Heart Joe already knew by then. But Ontario was still shit. There was only a couple of places like Bellwoods and shit making them, and they weren't very good. And yeah, this was like the first one. I was like, oh shit, this is like Ontario can actually make a good one. But a few years later, it's not quite as exciting. That being said, and you were mentioning Liquid Fart Fest, I think we all need to remember that I believe Chris has the last unopened bottle of Liquid Fart Fest.
He might actually still, if he
in
still has
the last unopened can in existence.
One of these days, in fact, Chris, when you get back on the beer wagon, that should be the first beer you drink.
See you there, Chris.
Be the last beer he drinks too.
It wasn't a number 1. I consider it to be. It was like IPA. It was IPA 5.5 was Art Fest because it was in between there.
Well, it's like one of their Project IPA beers. It was a Project IPA, but they call it Liquid Fart. Anyway, but it kind of was. It was like the one before between 5 and 6. And 6 was such a letdown too.
Yeah. Anyway, cheers, Chris. Later.
And then he had to take off.
What?
And then he had to take off.
Chris had to go back to work.
Have a good night. Have a good night, Chris.
And he still has the can.
He's still got
Merry
it.
Christmas,
So
Chris. We're all proud of you.
That'll be cracked open at the the next well and piss up.
Keep your staff heart, Chris.
No, he's going to keep it, and it's going to be cracked open and poured over his grave before they lower him down.
He's gonna be buried with it.
Buried with it, yeah.
All right.
The only thing is Chris is getting buried is his D in those milfs.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh my god!
Just smile and nod.
Yeah. All right.
I heard it. I got it.
Dilf mouth.
That was great.
That's the Moderna vaccine talking.
You're drinking in Moderna.
Yeah.
That's my second vaccine. Like, before I feel like shit, it's like I'll have a beer. It's like fuck.
Just imagine if that's how they had to.
I hope I don't feel like shit tomorrow though.
You get fucking trashed on the night.
I got my second dose today. I got the combo going on.
Yay!
Yeah, I had mine last
Pfizer
Tuesday.
and Moderna.
Ooh, I had Pfizer first and Moderna second. I think Scott did the same.
We're doing smell and taste now.
I got the rare, apparently rare double Pfizer.
All right, so are we ready to do our final thoughts?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. I put notes and everything.
All right, so let's start with I might as well leave Redbeard up there. The Redbeard. What do you think about the beer?
This is a great. This is just a straight up sour IPA. This reminds me a lot of Expansion by Stack, which is one of the first sour IPAs I ever tried. And yeah, the hops they used, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but they're doing it well. This just tastes kind of like a generic sour candy kind of thing. Not too sour. It's almost more on the quite tart side, I'd say. Like it doesn't have the mouth pucker feel. Expansion's better, in my opinion. It's more sour for that. Oh yeah, like a bit of a
sour warhead. Yeah, sour warhead, sweet tart kind of thing.
And finish is nice and clean. It's got there's a kind of a juicy quality to it. Like not really sure what the juice would be, but I like it. I'm a fan. And for the style, I'm going to give this a 9. And overall enjoyment, I'm going to give it a 9 as well. I'm a big fan.
Nice. All right.
Goes down super easy. I could crush so many of these on a hot patio on a hot summer day. This is a very, very quenchy beer. I like it.
Nice. All right, let's go over to Scott.
I'm going to agree with Redbeard here on this one.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this beer. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. It's juicy, clean finish. Would you say maybe a touch salty?
Yeah, it's almost like a limey, salty thing going on.
Yeah, like a limey, salty. Makes you want to drink more. What was the ABV?
6.3.
6.5.
6.5.
I don't taste the alcohol in it too much. It's not very boozy. I like Redbeard. I could probably crush a 6-pack of these, no issues. If it wasn't for it being $6 a can, budget was unlimited. Like I said, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, but this isn't too sour. I've had really sour beers. It's not. It's just the right amount of sour. For style, I'm going to put an 8.5 in there. For enjoyment, I'm going to match Redbeard's 9.
Nice.
Nice. So what was it, Scott? It was 8.5 and 9?
8.5 and 9.
Nice.
I think there could be a little bit of improvement on the style, but I don't think it detracts from my enjoyment from it. Like if to get a 9, I'd want to have a little bit more tartness in it to be an IPA. I don't feel like it fits exactly into IPA territory, but you can still you still taste it. It's just not quite there. So I was like, all right, let's give it an 8.5 and then a 9 because I do enjoy it.
Nice.
That's the bottom line. Fun said so.
I'll say.
No,
All right. What?
Guy will say next.
Yep. All right. Let's give Guy some say.
Are you fucking dingleberries? I'm not a huge fan of sour beers. So I'm gonna do my test because I smelt and taste the same thing. So I'm going to test it right now. First one I got is polysporin. So I'm going to smell that. Yeah, that's in there. It smelled and tasted like that. I can taste it if you want to. Second one is fucking Band-Aids. I can smell and taste of that. So if you want to, like, grab Band-Aid here.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Is this a scratch and sniff, Guy? Are we scratch and sniffing?
Yes.
That's exactly what it tastes like. And I got like cat pee and like citrus. So, anyways, as a beer, I'll like give it like 2.5. As a sour beer for not giving me the fucking heartburns, that's amazing. I'll give it like 8.
That's the widest range I've ever seen.
So what? I don't even know what to write down for that.
So that was, I believe that was an 8 for style and 2.5
No.
for
No,
person.
other way around.
So okay, so 8 for style and then 2.5 for
No, other way around. 2.5
yeah,
for
right.
style, 8 for enjoyment.
No, I think he actually said 8 for the style because he.
Oh.
He didn't like it. He's
Oh.
tasting polysporin
Oh.
and fucking Band-Aids.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 8 for the style, 2.5 for the enjoyment.
I'm pretty sure polysporin is external use there, buddy. No. What's wrong with you?
No,
He's
don't do
using it
that.
on the external part of his tongue.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Key.
Too late.
He did that.
Hey, let's not forget he's fully back. Oh, what are we cuvee?
he's cuving it with like Rolling Rock or something.
Oh, what's I'll grab it. Actually, it's in there somewhere. Yeah, it was. That's from Red's Beard, corner of the fucking woods.
Oh, there we
Top
go.
Brew. New Ontario.
Ontario.
Yeah, New
Sorry,
Ontario and Collective Arts Cuvee.
Mixing
have
a
two-
sour
we have two
IPA
viewers.
red ale.
Now,
That's gonna
now
be
throw a little
fucking weird.
polysporin and band-aids in there.
Don't. No. If you want, put the Band-Aid in, but not the polysporin.
Oh, he's
Madman.
liking that. Look at that. Oh.
No, he's not liking it. He's just drinking it. That's a
chocolate Band-Aids coffee.
Yeah.
My tongue is numb. Oh, that's a polysporin.
It's the Lidocaine, probably.
Jesus.
No, that was polysporin red. It wasn't black.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I should have got the black one. You say okay.
The black
So
one, the black stuff, I'm allergic to.
Black one will kill Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
That's why I got to be careful with it. I've been
My
using it a lot.
tongue is numb, so this beer
That
probably good.
phrase on its own was
That-
terrible.
that-
If you want to drink this beer, rub your tongue with polysporin first.
You want to drink this
Black-
beer? Bleh.
The black one will kill Scott. That's just a fucking
Oh man, this is it. Fun
such a weird
sensation.
thing to say. Polysporin's racist.
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
I mean, it probably is.
Weird.
Is there anybody in your house? Do we need to call poison control? Can we call them and?
I control the poison.
Yeah.
Let's also not forget he's double vaxxed. He's invincible. So it's
Don't
fine.
forget,
probably-
if
You
it's
all double
poison,
back.
you drink lots and lots of poison. It's not poison anymore.
Don't you know that when you get your vaccine, you're like it's like catching a superstar, like a star in Mario. You're invincible for 24 hours.
Or how many? How did it work in Sonic? In Sonic the Hedgehog, you had so many emeralds. Your tongue fucking gold and like white and shit.
Yeah, he becomes supersonic.
That was epic.
Nick
When it gets
doesn't
to that
believe
point?
it's
Or
Sonic.
if you have full health in Zelda or something, you can shoot things from your sword.
Yeah, you got the laser sword.
Oh, I should have add Listerine, not Listerine, but Scope. Scope. You would have big.
I mean, it's not too late. You can always cuvee that.
Cuvee some scope with that tree topper and sour IPA cuvee.
I don't know why I did that, but I fucking bought a second can, so we'll see what happens later.
We are all the way down to one viewer now.
Okay, yeah, Guy, I just looked it up because people got me worried here. Guy should be fine. As long as you don't
Alright.
eat a shit ton of polysporin and you're not allergic, then you should be okay.
I know.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid like squirt the whole bottle in your mouth.
You're not like
If you're
Eating it like
if
toothpaste.
you're not allergic and you eat like say like had like a teaspoon, it can make you really bad stomach pain. It can make you throw up and stuff. But
I didn't
wouldn't
fucking
kill
eat
you,
it.
but
I just
wouldn't be
licked it.
fun. Yeah,
Alright.
so you'll be
Fucking-
fine. You'll be fine.
all right.
All right,
Ready to
do
go
that.
to Greg? We ready to go to Greg?
Greg.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, for once, I don't know if I can follow that up. That was something. We went on a real journey with a geek. So I'll do a very professional review. Yeah. So first of all, I don't think he said it in the chat, but or maybe I don't know. But Craig basically says these can be thrown into the sea, sour IPAs. I generally agree with Craig. It's kind of a shitty style. That means I haven't had that many of them, but the ones I've had usually are pretty shitty. This one's not. This one's good. I don't know what they do. I guess it's the magical hop combination, but it is really well balanced. Like you get a little bit of sour, you get a little bit of the bitter, and I even get a little sweetness from it. I don't know. It's probably just those hops tricking my brain into thinking it's a little bit sweet. But yeah, the combination here works really well. Now, that being said, I don't really like sours. I don't really think they have any need to exist in the beer world. And I really think they're just selling you overpriced rotten beer. And they can disguise it however they want, but to me, that is what it is. So I was gonna say I might tank the scores a little bit, but I think he already did that. So for style, I'm gonna give it a very solid 9 because it is really good for what they're trying to accomplish here. Really, this is, you know what? It's a 10. So I changed my mind. It's a 10 because honestly, for this kind of style, I think they're achieving exactly what they need to achieve. And I really like. It's a very limited, so keep that in mind. But honestly, to me, this is perfect for. If you tell me I want a sour IPA, this is perfect. Personal enjoyment. I still. Not even taking the price into account. I don't think the price into account. If I get the price into account, this wouldn't even be a pass. It would be like a 4. This is not something I'd ever want to reach for because there's just so many other better beers out there that are not sour. So personal enjoyment, I'm going to be very generous, and I'm going to give this a 7. And I'm going to say it's on just the borderline of pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's not really anything. And if I took the price into account, it's not something I'll ever buy again.
Well, he's going to a more normal collective arts beer.
Easy state.
So there you go. I didn't take the score too badly. In fact, I probably bumped it up.
You probably actually brought it back up after Guy.
So, well, I think the style is going to be pretty high on this one.
Yeah,
I think so.
Going to get good, but
You got to wonder how many how many pilot batches they go through and try before they get to the point where they're like, this one with these 4 particular hops is the one we like. Like,
they probably have the next one that they're going to go with on the go. We're developing it with like.
Well, I'm sure they don't do a whole fucking
they have
batch.
to, yeah. Well, no,
they'll do a small batch first.
Yeah, like they Collective Arts in that giant building they have in Hamilton. They've probably got an insane pilot system going on in there, pumping out all kinds of new things like experiments.
There's a comment there for you. Bob McCurd says the Polak knows his beer. Well,
I don't know who this Bob McCurd is, but he clearly is A, a little bit racist, and B, he's good in my book.
It's all right, it's Ewart. Anyway, all right, so let's go.
Oh, is that Ewart? Well, we know Ewart.
I'm pretty sure it's Ewart. Anyway, so let's go to me, actually. It's my turn. My turn.
No. Polly.
All right, so, yes, drinking this thing. It is juicy, pithy. Got lots of, like passion fruit and almost like lemon juice and stuff like that. It's got this really nice. When I drink it, it's got this really nice tartness. It's when I drink it, it's like juicy, pithy, very like lemon zesty. And I did get a weird note of wet dog or something from the first swig, but I haven't really gotten much of that since. So that's kind of faded off. Thank God. It's light. It's tart. It's lip smackingly sour. But not overpoweringly sour, like some sours I've had from Ontario have been like, oh man, I don't even know why I want to drink this. Now this is right in the sweet spot. It's refreshing. It's got some great mouthfeel to it. It's nice and smooth. I really like this. This is fantastic. So yeah, I mean, like as far as sour IPAs, my first experience that I can remember from having a sour IPA was one that I bought from Pit Caribou, in Quebec. And I didn't even know it was a sour IPA when I first bought it. I just saw something that was like hey, that looks interesting. I'm going to buy it. It was in French. It's like Sure IPA. It looks SURE IPA. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll buy that. then I read it. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a sour IPA. How's this going to go?
You silly English person, you.
You silly English person. I farted you. Anyway, but I will say this: like that experience I had, that was actually a very positive experience with that beer because I really like that stuff. I think I have a review of it on my channel. It's like Sure IPA number 4 or something like that from Big Caribou. But this takes me back to that. Like, this is a well-made sour IPA, just like that one was. And if my experiences with that, like I've had some, like I can't remember what, but I know I had one sour IPA where it's just like, oh fuck, that's too tart, or it's just like, oh fuck, it's not juicy enough or something like that. It's easy enough to get wrong, but when you get it right like this, it's fucking tasty. So I'm gonna give it a 9 for style and a 9 for overall enjoyment.
Nice.
2 9s.
We'll just have to congratulate Guy for having that belch.
All right, who wants to read the comments while Nick does the math?
There's only a few. We got the Bob McCurd one that we already read, and Teku
How
Murray
about
is
you
in the
people?
comments saying
People's
it's definitely
comment.
not him.
Comment more
Apparently
people.
Yeah, he had to log out and then log back in as himself. That's why Bob McCurd.
It's a dumb name. I'm far more creative, he says. And then apparently Nick reading his notes. That's why he goes last. Google Thesaurus. And doesn't know French. New Brunswick police coming to boot your ass to Nova Scotia. All right then.
Why would I want to go?
Shut up and drink some 10 pennies or viewers. Alrighty. So considering the question, Dan's probably not even watching anymore, but he did ask what the question about about next week's beer is, and I forgot I'm doing that shit out of order. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking do it. Let's just say this is next week's beer. Hopefully we can all get it. If not, we'll have to pick something different. But Bose or Radler.
Hi, Nick.
I should be able to get that at least.
That it should be relatively easy for the Ontario people, and we can get it here in New Brunswick too. So
Fancy.
Anyway, so we might as well also introduce what the scores were. So let me full screen this shit.
Sorry, not sorry.
There we go. All right, so oh, fuck. I'm really on the ball tonight. Holy fuck. Let me do the math first.
I thought you could do like a whole fancy switch, like whatever the score was.
That's the graphic. It's like we don't have any ratings for this.
Then you get the fuckers to spin the wheel.
Things are so random.
Hey, 2.
You gotta roll up to 100 without going.
What's
over.
a Family Guy? Like somebody bids like $1 right up this way. You son of a bitch. Price is Right. That's what it's
Price
called.
is Right wheel
This
guy
is great.
puts it as $1.01. Fuck.
Fucking bitch.
That was a pretty good beer though. That sour. I
chugged it.
Yeah.
No fucking heartburn. That's a big fucking milestone. I'm telling you right now.
Sure, you don't want to change your personal enjoyment score then?
You can put it at 5. It's passable then because I can drink it.
You can drink it. Okay, so we're changing Guy's rating to a 5.
You can't. I give you permission. This delicious Band-Aids mistake.
This delicious candy. It's the you were able to chug it because you used polysporin.
You have a point.
Nice.
Actually brought the score up.
Well, it would. He had the lowest score of them all. And of
So I'm
course
gonna go to Vietnam, Bangkok. I'll put polysporin on the nerd tongue. I was like, you keep going.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I'll say yeah. It's $20 a pop. Scott told me.
Best hookers around.
But you got to tip well though, Guy. You got to tip well.
Teku wants to know what the call-in number for
$40.
his radio station is.
Sorry. Fuck sakes.
Alrighty. So now that we will recover from that stupid fuck up.
Arnold's got poop.
There we go. So there we go. There's the
That's a
score.
really
So
high style number.
it's a high. Yeah, we were guessing right that we were gonna score it well for style,
Mhm.
but overall enjoyment 7.8, which unfortunately means that Greg is probably the most accurate here.
Yeah. As usual, Greg wins.
I'm very much impressed whenever I get a sour beer. It does not give me heartburn. That's a huge plus.
Huge win. Yeah.
Huge win.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah.
It's tasty.
All right,
Yeah, I
next-
like that. That yeah, well done, Collective Arts, in my opinion. Anyway, so all right, so I guess we're gonna tune in next week. We're to do the Bose Radler. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you folks later. Cheers.
Vagina.
Nick.
Vaginas.
Minus.
Minus.
Vagina.